100. Cheers. Cheers.
100. My chicken dressed up.
Cheers
to the chicken.
There we go. There's a toast. I toast the chicken.
Everyone should toast a chicken someday in their life.
Oh, that's tasty. That's good. We're going to have a good time.
Oh, yay. Then we're ready.
Good. I'm excited. I actually, because we're on, right? We're on.
Yeah, we're on.
Okay.
We're on.
Hi, everybody.
Hi, everyone.
I have, besides doing the news, as a side gig, I guess, I'm also an announcer. And so if you don't mind, because this is a special occasion, I would like to introduce your show today.
That would be awesome.
Okay, here we go.
Go for it.
Live from beautiful downtown internet, it's Corona Kitchen with your hosts, Debrianna Mancini and Lisa Lucas. This evening, celebrating their 100th consecutive show, it's Pizza and Beer with their guest, BUZZ BURBANK. And now, here are Lisa and Debrianna.
Thank you. That was amazing.
Now it's official.
It is so totally
so awesome.
Thank you for inviting me. I'm so honored to be here.
Cheers.
Yes, cheers here.
Cheers. Cheers is an internet cheer.
That's right. We can do this on the internet. I'm so honored to be here, especially in the first place or for any reason at all, but especially on your 100th show. Congratulations to you both.
And listen, it has just started raining.
I don't know what that means.
It's awesome in Santa Fe. It started raining. It's like a gift from the heaven.
Oh, that's wonderful. We could use a little here, believe it or not.
And rainbows, and it's raining in the sunshine. It's just a wild place. What can we say?
Yes.
Well,
so where are you?
I have a question. I'm in Florida. I'm in the Tampa Bay area, and I just the beach. I could throw a rock and hit the Gulf of Mexico. So
wow,
nice.
because I have nothing against the Gulf, I have no plans to do that. But that's how close I am.
Wow.
Well, everyone, in case you don't know, this is Michael J. Elston, but he's better known as BUZZ BURBANK.
That's right. Yeah, it's a name I was given some years ago, and it's the one I kind of got well known on, and so it stuck, and there you have it. I never thought of myself as a Buzz, but here we are.
And you are definitely the best Buzz going.
Well, thank you. That's very kind. I appreciate
Thanks for getting Buzz with us.
Yeah, actually, it says something. I'm wearing my BUZZ BURBANK T-shirt here.
Oh, nice!
And it actually says something about that on the back. I don't know if I can. Does that
get it up? Get your buzz on.
Get your buzz on. Yeah.
Check out his website, folks.
That's it. Thank you.
And Buzz has a podcast, and he's also on Bob Cesca Show. I think it's just Tuesdays, right?
Yeah, Tuesdays. He has a wonderful cast, I guess, of rotating hosts, co-hosts that join him, and it gives the show a lot of texture, and it gives him somebody to talk to almost every day. And I'm honored also to be on his Tuesday shows, and we just have the most fun. For me, it's like therapy. It's like a therapy session. Because my work is so intense that that's a chance to play. This is a chance to play. So it's another reason I was looking forward to this evening.
Well, you came.
I don't know. Someone's asking, where are you?
Where am I? I'm not.
Where am I?
16. No, I'm not going to give my address.
No, don't give your address. Don't give your address.
I'm in a small beach community along the western coast of Florida, not far from Tampa. About a half an hour from the airport. You get out your compass and figure it out. That's where I am. I've always thought it wise to generally keep my specific location secret because of the Batcave and all that. So
well, this is the Corona Kitchen version of your other therapy session that
I know. I can't wait. And this one comes with beer. I don't get this with Bob's show, so this is great.
Well, we topped Bob Cesca.
Woo! Yeah.
I'm pouring more. Excuse me. There we go. Now, Lisa, I have to ask you, Lisa, you pretty much control network television, as I understand it. Is that correct?
Oh, yeah. Well, I am a mini mogul of Corona Kitchen for sure. Debrianna and I have our own network, so no one tells us what to do. how long to go,
Right.
what we can say or not say. So just feel free. We have no censors.
I know. Isn't it great? I mean, that's one of the things I love about if you're doing a show by yourself, or you at least don't have someone to answer to, the good news is you get all the credit. The bad news is if it goes badly, you get all the blame. But I've always liked that autonomy, and we have that freedom I have that freedom on my show. Bob has it on his, and you have it here, and so it's a wonderful little world we've created here. I'm very happy with that.
It's so nice.
If anything goes wrong tonight, I don't know if we should blame Bob. I know he's watching. Hi, Bob.
Oh, hi, Bob. Wherever you are. Hi, Bob. Hi, Bob. Hi, Kimberly, if you're around.
Yeah,
hi, Rocky Mountain Mike, if you're around.
Well, I am going to make pizza for you guys tonight.
I'm so excited, and I hope to learn some things too. And I'll probably have a lot of annoying questions along the way.
Oh, you just shoot them out. That's awesome. I'm going to take my hat off.
You got your Elmo hat on. I put on my fascinator for the occasion.
I was going to ask you.
Yippee.
I wish I don't do it. I don't do an Elmo voice. Yippee, indeed. I don't do an Elmo voice, but that's really cute.
That pretty much describes Debrianna and I. She'll wear the Elmo hat. I'm wearing my grandma's top and a fascinator. We're into everything.
Well, I like the flower hat thing that you're wearing. I don't know what that's called, but I like it very much.
Well, in Britain, they call it a fascinator.
Fascinating. Well, it's fascinating, so that's perfect.
Fascinating.
Yes, I have one, but I thought my yippee was better.
It is. Well, and it's festive for the 100th episode, so that's wonderful.
Thank you.
That's wonderful.
Thank you.
Okay, so we're going to begin making pizza. I can't wait.
We are. We're going to make a pizza dough from scratch. And here's the thing about pizza doughs from scratch. You can let them rest for 10 minutes or you can let it rest for an hour.
Yeah.
But, the longer you let it rest, the softer the dough is going to be. It'll, I don't know, it just gets softer.
Now, what happens, and I used to work at a pizza joint, and we called them pizza skins, the dough.
Oh yeah, you
the pizza skin. So, and what we did is, because it was a restaurant, we had to make a bunch of them in advance, and we refrigerated them. Can you refrigerate your dough once you have the dough ready later? Can you make the dough in advance and refrigerate it?
Yeah, you can actually refrigerate it, or you can put it in the freezer.
Yeah. Excellent.
So
Debrianna likes to put everything in the freezer, but I don't realize that.
How many freezers do you have, Debrianna?
If I told you, I'd have to kill you.
Yeah, I believe that.
And God knows, dead things have ended up in my freezer.
We're not going to go there right now.
I won't ask.
Okay.
He's Italian,
Is that from episode 1?
Well, those people who've been watching, our viewers who've been watching for a while, have heard the dead cat story.
Oh my!
Yeah.
Nobody likes a dead cat story.
Well, and nobody wants to come home and have their house sitter say, "Oh my God, your cat died while you were gone," and I didn't know what to do with it. So that's how our kitty ended up in the freezer.
And Lisa, you got a sitcom deal out of that, didn't you?
Oh my God! It's like things you never thought you'd hear in your lifetime.
Well, that's what happened.
Well, so tell us about this pizza dough that you're making.
What I'm doing now,
mm-hmm. Yeah.
I am mixing 1 cup of warm water.
Oh, there's our camera guy, David.
Here comes the camera guy,
Ryan.
Hi, David.
Close up.
There's 1 cup of warm water, 1 tablespoon of olive oil, and 1 tablespoon of honey in here now.
Really good idea, I think.
Thank you.
No, I mean, I've never heard of using honey in it before, but you're going to be using a little salt in there, I'm guessing, too, right?
Yeah. Here's the salt.
And as we all know, nothing goes better together than sugar and salt, or in this case, honey and salt.
And honey and salt, yeah.
I really think that the flavor of a lot of carb foods is all about the right balance between the sugar and the salt.
That I believe you are correct in that, sir. So that was 1 teaspoon of salt. I use sea salt.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
Very good. I use a lot of kosher. I see the people calling for kosher mostly in recipes now.
Yeah, I think you could use kosher too, but I like that pink salt for some reason. So that's what I use. Okay, so I am on to my yeast section. Yeast. Here's the yeast.
So
I found yeast.
Can you use beer if you don't have yeast?
You can use sourdough.
I saw a video a couple of days ago of a couple of guys drinking beer that they had made, but instead of using carbon dioxide or whatever to give it the fizz, they used helium. So it was helium beer, and so you take a drink and then you talk with a real high voice like that. Yeah.
Is that for real?
Yeah. Well, I watched it. I mean, I don't know how you'd. There's no other way to replicate that voice than with helium, and they
but
drank
that
the beer.
doesn't seem smart.
No,
I'm surprised no one's got cashed in on that one.
How many activities based on beer are smart? Just think about it for a second.
This one.
Yeah, this is a smart one. So we have warm water.
Beer pong. No.
Oh, but maybe we can play that later. So we have warm water. We have you mentioned olive oil. We've got honey. We've got salt. We've got yeast.
There's a tablespoon of yeast.
And
now I'm going to start adding the flour. I have 1 cup of bread flour.
Right. Sifted?
Not really. I mean, I usually the way I do it is I stir it up and then I go in with my cup. So, but this is going to be a feel thing. At some point, you're going to have to just use your dough sense.
I just want to say this to the audience. Please, again, don't be afraid of yeast, okay? Because
don't stop being afraid of yeast.
Can you do a no yeast pizza dough? And it's like, no. Can we just do a yeast pizza dough and just learn? It's okay.
Yeah.
You can do this.
Why do people fear yeast? Other than why do people fear yeast?
Why? Bring it over.
That's a loaded question. I think that it's because the fear of failure, that it won't work out and that it won't rise.
They're wimps. They're wimps, aren't they? People who are afraid of yeast are wimps.
I think they just have an unreasonable fear, and they should just drink beer and then make the pizza dough. Okay, so you can see it's all coming together now.
Yes, very nicely. It's a nice dough.
Yep, and I'll just see if I need a little more. That was almost 2 cups.
A little more flour, maybe. It's a little sticky. What do you think?
How many? Is this going to make one large pizza, or what is it going to do?
Good question.
I think it will make 1 large pizza, but I am not going to make 1 large pizza. I am going to do something cray with my pizza dough.
What is that going to be?
Does the beer have anything to do with that?
Beer always has an influence. So now I'm just sort of pulling the dough together and making sure it's not super sticky.
Right.
And if you really wanted to, you could use it after about 10 minutes. But I'm going to let it rest until it's a little bit sticky, until I'm ready to use it, really.
So up to a point, the more you let it rest, the more it rises.
Yes, and you can let it rise for an hour, and it will, I think it just makes the dough more tender is what I guess I want to say, instead of softer.
Okay, one of the audience members is commenting, said, working with yeast is a revelation to this iffy cook. Used to do stuffed pretzels for my husband.
Brilliant.
Nice.
Yum.
All right.
You just got to go for it.
You know what would be good? You know what would be good with stuffed pretzels? To our stuffed pretzel friend, I recently discovered the joys of dill mustard. Oh my Lord. Everything's better with dill mustard on it.
Yeah.
We love mustard on Corona Kitchen. We sing the praises of mustard frequently.
Now, Lisa, you were noshing on. I'm sorry.
White, I'm going to tell you something about the dough.
What? Oh, yes, please.
Okay, so this is soft. It's not super sticking to my fingers.
Right, good.
It's not super stiff.
Okay.
And now I'm just going to put it in here and let it rest.
Right.
Not covered.
No, I'm going to cover it with my chicken.
Now, Grandma, who had a gas oven, used to just set it in there and let the warmth of the pilot light help it rise. Is that a thing still?
Well, you could, but I think really it only has to rest 10 minutes so the gluten starts to relax.
So don't get crazy with the yeast then.
Well, you could put it if it's a cold day. I might do it, but it's flipping hot right now.
Yeah,
so
it is a
hot.
little
You can do that though, Buzz. You can actually turn on an oven light and do it now that way if you want. That'll heat it slightly. Or
through the magic of television.
Oh my God, you're done.
Oh, I love this. Wow. I love this so much. I love pre-prepared.
You had a magical wand right now.
I got it. Now this is how you do a professional cooking show right here. This is great.
Yes, it is.
Fantastic.
All right. Well, now there's I'm going to let that sit anyway, and I'm going to tell you how to make a quick tomato sauce.
Oh yeah, she's got the tube. She's got the tube.
Have you ever used the ragu? Man, it got quiet after that.
Bob, don't say anything about the ragu. No.
Yeah,
No.
That was a little culinary joke.
And did you notice the dead silence?
I did. It was terrifying. It was mortifying, wasn't it?
I didn't know what to say. What?
That's Debrianna's answer. Here's my answer.
There you go.
Okay. All right, so I'm going to make a quick sauce.
All right.
I'm just going to ignore that question. Hot topic.
Let me know when I can ask Lisa about her appetizer.
Oh.
Okay. I'm gonna.
Go ahead.
All right, let me tell you this. I am going to add a little garlic to this oil in a pan.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
And then you can talk.
Now what did you had you already peeled the garlic? I missed what happened to the garlic before you.
Yeah. It's peeled and chopped.
Okay. All right. Very good.
She's prepped and ready to go.
Yeah, I can see that.
I got my mise en place, people.
Mise en place.
I know that you guys have talked about some of these folks recently, but I grew up on Graham Kerr as a kid. I watched a grown British man get drunk and cook on television. And I love that show. And I think that may be what got me started. And then, on to Julia Child and Alton Brown and Emeril Lagasse and all those people. It's been fun to watch. I love learning. And with Alton Brown, I love the science of
he's amazing.
Yeah.
He's great. My kids are so into they like to do test kitchen at home. They're like, let's do test kitchen. I'm like, okay.
I love that. I love trying stuff.
It's fun.
Yeah, he's brilliant. I like the science of it too. I don't always participate in the science of it the way I think I should.
Well, no, I think that's a good thing. Julia Child said that men, in her opinion, men made better chefs, women made better bakers. And her theory on this was that women are better at following precise instructions, and that's vital with baking. Whereas with chefing, as a chef, it's all about jazz. It's about improvisation.
I think that's an interesting comment.
I'm quoting Julia Child. I'm just telling you.
I think perhaps that could also come from men like bossing people around. There's that too. Because when you're the chef, you get to tell. It's like the military. You get to tell everybody what to do. That's why I think when women get in there, it's really fun because it's a still very male dominated industry.
Oh, no doubt. And you're talking about a professional kitchen. I'm talking about a person in their home by themselves. So you may be, and regardless of your gender, you may be a chef or you may be a baker. You may be a person who follows instructions precisely, and that makes you better at baking because that's vital.
I don't know. Who measures around here?
See, my baking is pure luck because I'm not as much a measurer.
Really? Well, this is fascinating. I'm just telling you what Julia Child said. I always thought I always thought it was interesting. It was just and it could, like I said, regardless of gender, maybe you're a precise measurer and you follow the instructions, or maybe you like to improvise.
It is interesting though, because baking is 100% chemistry. I mean, you have to get it right or it won't work.
Okay, now Debrianna, what kind of tomatoes did you use? What's going on here?
All right, this is a quick sauce. So I sauteed some garlic before it got too brown.
Right.
Like just before it started to toast.
Right.
I added some tomato paste.
Aha.
The kind you ever use the kind in the toothpaste thing?
Yeah.
I like
don't brush your teeth with it.
No.
Okay,
so I'm letting that saute on the bottom of the pan for a little bit.
And it's very important not to overheat it, isn't it?
Yes, it is. I'm now going to add, where's my wine? Here it is. I'm now going to deglaze that a little bit with some wine, red wine.
Now define deglaze, because to me it's just putting in wine. What are we doing?
Well, it is that. I'm trying to pull up the brown bits, if there's any like those toasty bits.
Oh, okay. Oh, and now I understand. Yeah.
Yeah.
Getting the stuff stuck on the bottom.
Yeah. The good stuff. That's the good stuff.
I know.
Yeah.
I know. That's true.
And now I'm adding a can of chopped tomatoes.
Seasoned, unseasoned, salted, not salted.
Italian tomatoes.
Italian
Tomatoes.
Wonderful.
These are no salt added.
Good to know.
But and I'm going to add about a half can of water to that.
That's going to look good on a pizza, isn't it?
I bet it smells so good in your kitchen right now.
Yes, ma'am.
I can smell it from here.
Yeah. So now I'm going to let that kind of cook down. I'm going to add some salt.
Okay.
And I'm also going to add a little bit of crushed red pepper, because we know how much we love that, Lisa.
Oh, me. I love this stuff.
And everything.
We love crushed red pepper. So that's going in there. And I'm also going to add,
I put it on my cereal.
I'm not sure we needed to know that.
That's what
I
am here for, the things you did not need to know. Hey, what's with the chicken? What's with the rubber chicken? What's the story behind that?
It's because I was Julia Child once for Halloween. And I used that chicken as a prop. Now it's become my mascot.
Do you do a Julia Child voice? Do you do the voice?
That's the extent of it. Thank you.
Nice, Debrianna.
Very good. Very good. I almost spilled my beer.
She's an actor.
That's right. I am an actor.
She's a professional actor.
Okay, so I'm going to push this to the back burner and let that just simmer for a while. Really, you only need to let it simmer for maybe 20 minutes.
Really?
And then I'm going to do this.
Now, what happens to it in that 20 minutes? I mean, it cooks. I'm not stupid, but
it cooks down. It cooks down.
So some of the tomato chunks will get softer.
Well, no, you're going to lose some of the liquid is what's going to happen. The liquid's going to condense, so it gets a stronger.
Don't you guys wish you could push certain people to the back burner and not just
Well, it's been done.
Yes, it's been done. Okay, before I do that, I'm gonna do this now. Sometimes I wait, but since we're here, I'll do it now. I'm bringing out my stick blender.
Wow.
Watch out.
Watch out.
That's very fancy.
That's serious. That's serious.
And this is the thing with the stick blender. Make sure it's submerged and don't move it.
Do you have one of those, Buzz? They're so fabulous.
Heavens, no. No, this looks like a professional, somebody who's good at cooking. Here's the thing: you guys do fancier cooking than I do.
This isn't fancy.
Not all the time. I mean, we do a lot of really rustic home cookie kind of things, but that blender actually, regular people can have it. You don't have to be a chef. I'm no way a chef, and I have one just because you can look at the beautiful sauce that just made out of the chunky tomatoes instantly.
It's beautiful. It really is.
Yeah, and I got that at Kohl's.
There you go.
So
I'm just saying.
that means anybody can do it. Then.
Anybody can get it. Anybody can get a stick blender. Okay, so
blender.
I'm moving this to the back. Now I'm going to tell you a few things.
Okay.
I don't like raw things on my pizza. Nope.
Raw things. No.
Yeah.
No.
So I pre-sauteed mushrooms and spinach with garlic.
Wow.
Yum.
I love
don't
spinach.
like raw mushrooms on the pizza. They don't
Really?
cook all the way. No.
Now, well, these will come out moister, won't they? Then if you put raw mushrooms.
Well, what happens, I think, especially raw mushrooms, you can't get any flavor in them.
They dry in the baking.
Dried out, and there's no flavor. So if you saute them ahead of time, you can add garlic and salt and whatever else you need.
Right.
The same thing with spinach. It gets crispy, and it doesn't have the flavor. Right. So that's why I prefer to cook
that
those.
Sounds great. It looks great.
Very
too.
important to do.
Yes.
Yeah, I have noticed that fresh mushrooms, for all their glory, when they bake on the surface of a pizza, get dry. They're just little pieces of paper at that point.
It's not good.
It's like a dry little surfboard of mushroom. It's just not good.
No, it's not good. Okay, so the pizza of my childhood. The pizza of my childhood is fried dough.
I heard about this. I've never encountered this before. Now,
you could take that pizza dough and you could heat up a pizza stone and do it in the oven or do it on the grill. The pizza dough will work for that.
I think it'd be great on the grill.
Yeah. Oh, it is great on the grill, and it goes so much faster than in the oven. I'm looking for here it is, my thermometer.
Yeah, that's the thing you put on our foreheads when we came in today.
Thermometer?
Yeah.
I don't have coronavirus.
Just checking.
I just thought you might like to know since we're on the kitchen together.
Yes.
And I like this to be 350. So you want to use a candy thermometer, people.
Really?
Don't just go sticking anything in the hot oil.
What kind of oil, Debrianna?
I am using olive oil. Oh yes, it's plenty hot enough.
To fry the dough?
Yeah, you can use anything. Yeah, but you could use a grapeseed oil. You could use a high temperature like avocado, or you could just use olive oil. We grew up not knowing that all about the oil. We grew up using olive oil.
Sure.
So that's what I'm using
too. There was no other oil. I didn't know.
That's it.
So here's my limited knowledge of olive oil. You have the light olive oil, which doesn't mean anything except a lighter flavor, as I understand it. Is that true?
Well, you might want to watch our episode with Holly. She went through the olive oil. Wow. This is extra virgin, which is the first press and the most tasty.
But
that's got the most olive flavor in it. Then is that
correct?
Olive oil, in a nutshell, is actually as diverse as wine. There are just tons of different countries and varietals and ways it's pressed and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So it depends on the flavor. Depends on the flavor or lack of flavor that you're going for. The reason, as I understand it, for using a light is if you're making something that, in this case, you don't want the olive flavor so much.
Oh, I would want the olive flavor.
Well, depending on what you're making, I guess. Maybe. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I just always prefer it. Otherwise, I'll use some other kind of oil.
Yeah. I think if you use the olive oil because you want olive oil, and then if you don't want flavor, you could do safflower or sunflower, one of those more neutral ones. Now I'm
going to show you the doughs. See, this one's risen, and that one's just nice and soft, and it looks ready to use too.
Very nice.
So I'm going to use this one since it's been rising later.
Wait a minute. Are you going to punch it down?
Ta-da!
That's the fun part.
Yeah, it is. It takes all the air out. And this is what I'm going to do. So if you were going to make a pizza, you just make this into a crust and put it on your pizza stone. And just FYI, I like to use a pizza stone. I like to use cornmeal on the pizza stone. So it gets that nice crispy crust.
And it slides off.
From my days at the pizza parlor, I remember cleaning cornmeal out of my ears after 8 hours of making pizzas.
Oh, that's what happened.
Yeah.
That's a lot of cornmeal.
It is, yeah. Oh, I would have dried pizza sauce on my arms, cornmeal in my ears, cheese under my fingernails. So yeah.
And now, in it goes.
So you're frying it.
Yes, ma'am, I am.
Look at that.
I've never seen this in my life.
No, neither have I.
This is
it looks great.
Brand new territory.
Oh God.
Now,
really, I'm so shocked.
What about those bubbles? Are we supposed to pop those bubbles, or will they go down by
No,
themselves?
don't pop the bubbles.
Don't
It's
pop
so
the bubbles,
cool
the
how
lady
it's
says.
frying.
Drink
It's so
the
cool
bubbles.
how it's frying.
No, it's getting all puffy,
It is.
and then I'm gonna flip it over.
Flip it.
Wow. It's
Isn't it
almost like a sopapilla, Debrianna.
Yeah, it kind of is.
The
You were-
Italian sopapilla.
You were telling me that you can do a lot of things with this dough besides pizza sauce.
Yeah, well, you could put cinnamon and sugar on this baby when it comes out.
Let's do that and go home.
Have it like a donut.
We're done. We're done. Let's just do that.
Because who doesn't like sugar and cinnamon, honestly?
On dough.
Yeah,
I
on
know.
dough, yeah.
On fried dough.
Wait,
Right.
that's a donut. That's
No.
the definition of a donut.
No,
That is a donut, my friends.
I
Bob Cesca says seeing that makes him want funnel cake.
yes,
Yeah.
I remember. Yeah, I remember him saying that.
All right, so it's brown on both sides. It goes
It is.
pretty quick. Now, what I would do is, ouch, that was hot.
Look at
I
that.
am going to take my little pizza sauce.
Beautiful golden brown.
That
There
looks
goes the
so
sauce.
good. I'm so hungry right now. All I have are cashews.
I know. I was gonna ask you. Here's some trivia about cashews. Lisa's been noshing on cashews. Here's your trivia question: which has more fat, a cashew cooked in oil, or one that's dry roasted or raw? Which contains more fat, the one that's cooked in oil or the one that's not?
I would think the one that's cooked in oil, but hey, what do I know?
That would be what you'd think, but it's not true. Cashews, and here's why: cashews are so full of fat on their own, good fats and bad fats, but
Wow.
they're so full of fat on their own, they cannot absorb another drop.
Oh,
There's
Great.
all about cashews.
I'm eating the raw ones. That's all I need, Buzz.
No, but it's good. They're good fats in there too. Go crazy. Nuts are good for you.
that's fascinating.
Look at that. It does look like an egg.
Oh my God.
Big bubble. We used to love the bubbles when we were kids.
Oh.
Okay,
That's
so
amazing.
this is the pizza.
Uh-huh. Okay.
Okay.
Voila.
Look at that. Look at that. Now, and
Wow.
what kind of cheese is that?
I
Debrianna?
used burrata.
I'm sorry, Gesundheit. What was it? What kind of cheese was that again?
It is fresh mozzarella and it's got the creamy stuff inside.
So it's a kind of mozzarella.
Yes, yes,
Okay.
it is.
So it doesn't get melted because you already have the cooked. You just put the cooked stuff on with like the fresh cheese, not melting the cheese.
Yeah, okay, but now since
Yeah.
you guys are asking me all these questions, I'm just gonna eat one.
Oh, thanks.
Oh my God, that looks
Man.
so good.
They're so good.
So
Oh
I
my
would
God.
if we can't do an episode about pizza if I don't ask you about the pizza with the pineapple on it. That's it's always a big internet topic.
Oh God.
No, I'm sorry.
Yeah, no,
I
I'm
don't care
out
how
on that
delicious
too.
people say
No.
it tastes.
No.
That was our worst seller at the pizza place.
You are not getting me to eat pineapple on a pizza.
No,
And Steve Schmidt,
mean,
you can
you-
keep those pineapples on the counter.
pineapple and tomato sauce. Just no, there's something wrong.
I
there.
can't.
No. No. There are uses for pineapple that are glorious.
Yes.
And pizza is not one of them.
I had a pineapple growing in my front yard, and it came to maturity, and I cut it off and brought it in, and oh my gosh, it was the best pineapple I ever ate.
That's incredible. You have it in your yard?
Yeah, it was growing in the yard. Look at that. Look at that. He's a man's enjoying some pizza there.
That's David. He's our number one.
That's amazing. A man walked into my house and he's eating pizza.
Who's that stranger? Who is that man?
Someone
Call the
just
police.
walked in the house.
All right, so the next way you would do this,
Just frozen.
And I think I have a taste tester somewhere. Lisa, I have to show you this. Look at this. Little baby ball jars.
That's great.
Oh,
That's
so
great.
cute.
Well, you have to keep them somewhere.
Yeah. And it's
That's the
shaker.
sugar and cinnamon, right?
Sugar and cinnamon.
Uh-huh.
Donut.
A dessert one.
Oh man, that's it. Just
Oh
can
my
you put that? Can you put that in one of those padded envelopes and send it to my house? Oh, don't! You're torturing us.
FedEx
You're torturing us
overnight.
all.
So mean.
You're
It's so-
just torturing us all.
That's delicious.
I'll bet it is.
my
I know it is.
They're
And it's
having
fresh.
donuts.
It's great because it's
All right.
fresh.
So now,
Yes.
since I've done all my pizza tricks,
Yes. All of them.
I am going. No.
I'll bet you
I-
have more pizza tricks.
I do. I have one more pizza trick. That's
Okay.
a hack.
I knew
What
it.
is it?
I knew
What's
it.
the trick?
I have done this for big parties, which, remember when we used to have parties?
I remember.
Well, vaguely. I was the guy sitting in the corner, so
Well, I'll invite you to my parties. I use tortillas.
Tortillas. That looks great.
Yes. If
Yeah.
you
It's
take
a pizza.
Yeah.
take a tortilla and put it on the grill
Yeah,
with
of course.
your toppings,
Yeah.
it gets very crispy. It's just like having a super thin crust pizza.
Oh, I like the thin crust pizzas too. So I never thought about using a tortilla as a pizza skin.
Well, for parties, the fun
Yeah.
thing is you can set it up like I did, have all the toppings. And I just stood at the grill and everyone brought me their tortilla with their toppings on it. And
So
made their own.
individual. So they built their own toppings, and so everybody had their own little pizza.
yeah.
It's a pizza.
Okay, so
We used to have pizza parties, is what you're saying.
Personal.
remember that?
Personal, customized pizza parties.
That's cool.
All right,
That's
so-
almost like the omelet bar, only with pizza.
Remember parties? Okay, so here's the other thing, you guys. Now that this has been cooking, my cameraman has eaten.
Yes.
You may come over here and see the sauce. It
You
is
don't have
probably
any union violations from not feeding your cameraman right now.
this is probably cut itself in half, and now it's nice and thick.
Uh-huh.
Oh wow.
And smooth.
So you can eat. That was a very quick sauce. I would just add some fresh basil to it.
Oh my
Yes,
God.
please.
My
And you
mouth
gotta-
is watering. This is brutal.
Thankfully, you live 5 minutes away, and I could bring you a
Oh.
pizza
Oh.
I'm
Yeah.
sorry you're in Florida for many reasons, not just that you're far away,
Yeah.
but this dough is gorgeous.
Isn't it? I love. Oh man, I love the smell of.
And both of them
Yeah,
now
yeah.
are just like you could have done one an hour or one 10 minutes.
Uh-huh.
Either one of them are just as
e-
gorgeous. Look,
either way, you're gonna punch it down.
either way, I don't punch down. I
Get
try.
out your Trump aggressions on your dough, Debbie.
I am not that kind of girl. I don't punch down. Okay, that's my pizza story.
Well, that's
Nice.
wonderful. Congratulations. Oh man, and you did so much so fast, and it all looks so delicious. That's just incredible.
Look, that was 38 minutes, and we
That's-
talked a whole
That's
bunch.
yeah. No, that's not how we made them at the pizza joint, but but ours were good too, and we took a lot of pride in them, and so.
Yeah,
And
and
I-
you didn't
and
even
I
have to throw them in the air.
No, we didn't. No, we had a guy who did that.
I never throw them. I just don't.
You don't?
No, I just pull.
You
Gently
you like you like a little thicker thing happening there, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I totally throw the dough. I do it.
What do you so yeah, okay, so you like to stretch it out, make it a little thinner, right?
Do you use it on one hand?
I go like this. I throw it. I catch it on one hand. I throw it up like a frisbee. I catch it again.
And then you
I can actually do that. I've done that with pizza dough.
Oh my God! Someone just said I love Lisa's Fascinator.
Lisa loves it too, and there's security on the house, so forget about it.
Wow.
Besides,
we
they're
were
at Kohl's. You can get them at Kohl's.
You know, I'm just walking around the house with the top half of me fascinating, and the bottom half in pajamas. It's just, it is what it is.
I read something yesterday, an article about the Zoom shirt. That is the big thing now for Zoom meetings is you have a Zoom shirt.
That's right.
I of course dressed up for the 100th episode, but you can have like a really nice shirt for a meeting, and you're wearing like cutoffs or whatever it is people wear.
It's pretty funny. You don't have to.
Oh.
I look. Do you guys look at your clothes and just go, "What?
Why?
I haven't worn real clothes in so long."
Right.
No, I look at my clothes and think, I need new T-shirts. It's the only thing I'm wearing.
Yeah. So now, Debrianna, the toppings again were, and you'd pre-cooked these, the spinach and the mushrooms, and was there something else besides the cheese on top of them?
No, but you could. I mean, I sometimes do artichoke hearts. I do sausage, but I cook everything first. I don't put anything raw. I don't think I put anything raw on it.
What other ingredients do you like on your pizza?
I chopped up these chilies.
David chopped up green chili.
Well, that'd be good.
Green chili. I like caramelized onions.
Yes. Yeah. And the great thing, one of the problems with using raw vegetables on a pizza and to bake that all at once is if you use something like onion, the water leaches off of it. It loses some of its water, and so you get wet toppings. You get a watery top.
You have to cook out the
like
wetness.
you said. So you've taught us tonight that if you glaze those or cook those in advance, or pre-cook them, par-cook them, that you're going to come out much better as a pizza topping. So that's cool.
and you can add the salt and the garlic and oil so that everything, we always say this is our T-shirt. We should make this T-shirt. Oil, fat carries the flavor.
It does. I know. Fat gives food a texture and flavor. Fat is why we like ice cream. That's what makes it smooth.
Also, though, the main thing I think with cooking this stuff beforehand is it just tastes better. It just,
you can't beat fresh.
It's yummy.
Yeah. So those are my rules. Don't put uncooked toppings on your pizza.
Right. Okay. That's brilliant. That's like the best thing we learned tonight, I think.
Oh, I hope so.
Maybe.
I'm changing it up right now to no more raw stuff ever.
I also like these little artichoke hearts.
Ooh, nice.
Those are also really good on pizza.
Well, sure.
We also have been lately this summer having shrimp on our pizza.
That's an excellent choice. Yeah,
and I love clams. I sometimes will make a clam sauce.
What kind of sauce?
I have salami. Is that weird?
I don't know. I'm not a pepperoni salami on my pizza girl. I'll do prosciutto.
Prosciutto's good.
But I make a clam sauce. That's what I said. Red clam sauce.
Mm-hmm.
And I use that on pizza too.
Where do you get the red clams?
If I told you that.
Yeah.
My favorite topping is olives on my pizza.
I like
black olives or green?
I like black.
Can I tell you my favorite pizza combination? Seriously, because
What is it?
I think there's something magical. I think there's something magical about the combination of Italian sausage, mushrooms, and black olive. There's a triumvirate there. Those three things work together so well that has been since my early adulthood my favorite pizza.
That is my favorite pizza too. We usually order that when we go out, except we add green chili because we're in New Mexico.
Nothing wrong with that, and always sprinkle more crushed red pepper on it.
Absolutely.
I like pesto on pizza too. I love pesto.
There was a pizza there.
And now there's no pizza.
All right. Now we've got to start over and make another one.
Wait, where's my dinner?
You didn't get there. You had 5 minutes to get there. You didn't get there soon enough.
I missed it out. I missed it.
Oh God, I still have more dough. So there you go.
Well, I ran out of dough an hour ago. So
I'm all out of dough.
I think we all ran out of dough. Yeah. Would you please pass another bill? We need some money out here.
Would you like a 20, a 50? What?
I just got my unemployment.
Wow. I know. And some people haven't gotten it at all. These are
3 months.
absolutely the worst of times. And, I don't think, and none of us really saw this coming. We should have, but we didn't. And now it's here and we're still making very stupid decisions. I saw people lined up going to the New Jersey shore today. What is it? Lake of the Ozarks is full again. It's going to get worse. And so thank goodness for things like podcasts and Corona Kitchen to keep us going and keep us sane and to keep us connected.
Yes, please do. I'm going to do my handy dandy scroll.
Oh, look at that. Look at that going across. Look at it going across the bottom.
Check out Buzz.
There you go.
It's rare. Podcasts and really good things on social media are getting me through the day, and friends.
Yeah.
And really good friends and stories.
Amazing. It's amazing how we are connecting. We're finding ways, not just through with video, but even on social media. It's nice to be able to have that social interaction when it's otherwise pretty hard to come by.
We were just saying the other day, Buzz, that maybe social media finally is what it was supposed to be.
Well, I think it's getting there.
Showing real life, not showing your fake life, but actually getting real and communicating the way you're supposed to.
I think people are starting to get more real. It's got some growing. We have some growing to do, and it has some growing to do. We're not there yet, but I see signs of social media getting better.
There's hope.
I do.
There's hope.
There is hope, and Zoom is getting better, and there's other platforms coming, and so I think all of that, there's going to be some shining lights in this time.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
And look what this shining light is. I never met you before. I don't think Lisa has.
I hadn't met you.
No, this has been so great to have you. We never would have met you if we weren't doing this.
I know. And I got my eye. I guess I wasn't really aware of you until Rocky Mountain Mike did your show, and then Bob did your show. And I watched them kind of in reverse order. Oh, I'm way ahead of you. Look at that. We're going to finish it. See how my cheeks have gotten rosier in the last 45 minutes?
You got it backwards. It's a Guinness. I don't like light beer. That's just FYI.
Oh, Lord, I hate Guinness. I can't. It reminds me of motor oil. It's a little dark and a little thick for me.
It is.
No, I mean, if you like it, enjoy it. I can't take the stuff.
Oh, I've been known to put my mouth right around on a what are those things sticking out of a car exhaust pipe? No, I'm just kidding.
Confession on Corona.
I can't. I won't.
I won't. No, that was TMI. Sorry. I don't like anything but dark beer, frankly.
Wow. Well, now I do like dark beer, and I've had dark beers that I like. Guinness just a little too dark and thick. It's got a dark flavor to it. It's got a very heavy, thick. Like I said, it puts me in the mind of motor oil. But
yes,
that's
my actual favorite beer is Mackeson's Triple Stout.
Oh, wow.
Triple X. I like it super dark, super thick. I told you.
You use it? What do you use? It like a spoon? How do you consume that?
I really like the Belgian beers. The kind of stuff they make in monasteries. I don't know why, but
because we all need a lift.
Nothing but cold 45 for me. But
my grandma used to drink Schlitz malt liquor, man, every day.
My dad wasn't a drinker. I guess he did, like in his youth, had beers and stuff. And we had all through my childhood at a bottom cabinet where canned goods were kept. At the back of that cabinet was a can of Schlitz beer. It was a brown and white can from like the early 1950s, I'm guessing. And it stayed in there for decades. There was just one can by itself at the back that no one ever drank until it became an antique.
Did it age?
I don't know what happened to it. I really don't know what happened to it. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
Okay. we loved that story, and we will repeat it fondly. I saw somebody posted something on Twitter that said, name something from your childhood without telling the year.
Oh, yeah.
So that would have been a good one.
Yeah, well, no, I could probably do better than that. But.
I did a telephone with a cord.
Oh,
okay.
yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh,
I've got
man.
I've got one. My grandma in her laundry room had a tin of Shinola, and my sisters and I used to laugh and go, "You don't know the difference between shit and this, okay?" We used to just laugh so hard when we got to her house.
And that's why we never opened the cans.
Well, I am so glad you guys got to spend some time in my kitchen making pizza.
Me too. That was cool. I mean, I really learned stuff, and that looks incredibly delicious. And we're all mad at you for eating it in front of us. But man, that was cool. And I did.
So easy. You can go do it right now.
I came here
make it right now, Buzz. We could.
I came here to have a beer and to learn stuff, and I did both. I'm very happy with what we've accomplished here today.
Awesome, my friend. Thank you. Well, I hope you guys will check out Buzz's podcast. He's amazing.
Thank you.
And I really, the last one, I think the July 2nd one I listened to, I learned a lot about things they're not saying about the Mount Rushmore fireworks problem tonight.
Right.
So I appreciated that a lot. Thank you.
Yeah, certainly. My pleasure.
I'm going to listen to your podcast. And also, just thank you so much for being a part of our 100th episode.
I'm so honored and excited. I can't believe I drew the lucky number, and I don't deserve it, but I'm proud, and I thank you. That's wonderful.
Thank you.
Have a good night, and now you've had your pizza. I guess you need to catch up with the beer. I gotta go.
I gotta do a pizza delivery.
I gotta go.
I might get lucky.
All right. Thanks, you guys. Everyone, please wear a mask. Stay safe. Join our YouTube channel.
Wear a mask.
Happy 4th. And be safe. Be safe and sane, like they used to say.
Yes.
And good luck with the continued good luck with your show. It's wonderful.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Buzz.
My pleasure.
Manja.
Bye. Take
Manja.
care. Have a good weekend.
Good night.